Around 250,000 people have come to London to march for a second vote on whether Britain leaves the EU. Many are wealthy Londoners, isolated from the chaos of mass migration. Others have been bussed in from Studentville and around the country. They call themselves the People's Vote. And I know what you're thinking, the people already voted. Except this lot didn't like the answer. They say, well, Brexit's such a mess, we'll vote again. They say people didn't know what they voted for, we'll vote again. In fact, some of them even say a lot of people who voted leave are now dead. So let's vote again. Thankfully, our intrepid reporter, Joan O'Brien, is back on the streets, finding out why these privileged white people who voted Remain now think a second vote is democratic. You can watch Joan in action right now. My name is Joan O'Brien and I am back demanding a second vote on Brexit. Most of the people that voted leave were just mad racists anyway. Do you think there's a thing where asking people what they think, asking people for their opinion is actually quite a blooming bad idea? Because they'll vote for the wrong damn thing.
Yeah, I can see how Hitler got about now. Before I couldn't see it.
Me, myself, and maybe all the other Europeans, we could not vote for this. My son, I told you, he's 18, he couldn't vote for this.
There's no question about giving people that simple choice at a time when no one knew what the real implications of it were. So, remain in the European Union or leave the European Union. What does that really mean?
Alfie, you're here for a people's vote. Give me a paw. Do you want a second say? Do you even know what you want? Goodness me, dogs, you're so enthusiastic. Do you want another vote on Brexit? Amongst all this mess, one thing is perfectly clear. On the 23rd of June 2016, Leave celebrated its win and it pretty much laid down the baton Farage gave up, for example. But these guys didn't. The Remain campaign carried on campaigning, and it really feels now, with the support of the political establishment, with the judiciary behind them, with untold amounts of funding coming in, and their ability to mobilise this number of people, that the People's Vote Remainers have the upper hand.
We need to think again, and we need time to think again so we can do it properly. And people need to vote again. More people would vote, and I think more people would vote to stay.
We thought there was a trickle of hope now. We might get some chance to stay in the EU, but
Yes,
it won't evaporate tomorrow. But
but sort of a feeling of hope is what you're saying.
Definitely. So many people and very good speeches, but just the feeling in the crowd has been amazing.
Yes. Some big questions remain off the back of the People's Vote today. What is the will of the people? Is it a democratic election where there's a binary decision and the people voted? Or is it the most people you can get gathered together in a public square? For every one of these cheers and applause that you hear here, there is frustration and anger felt by Leave voters in a great little place I know called the rest of the UK. I do wonder, what will happen to the 17.4 million people? What reason would they ever have to vote again? And how does the regular man in the street ever get his voice heard if this vote for Brexit is overturned?